Sportcat's Daily Gazette. Live across Australia on Dare Media Group radio stations. News, weather.
And somehow it all makes sense. Sort of. For more information, go to daremediagroup.com.au.
The boss jock has entered the building. You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. You have the one, the only Sportcat. I am here with you for the next 2 hours on Dare Talk Radio, Radio X Gold, and Radio X Country, as well as YouTube. I got a frog in my throat. Want everybody to come over and join us on YouTube. You can join the chat. We've got Chris here. Hello, Chris. It was a good weekend. Well, probably not a good football weekend for you. And KG, you know, I was talking about you two over the weekend, so we'll get into that. Let me play my disclaimer real quick, because if I bring Brenda out without it... Well,
the views, opinions, and satirical content expressed on Sportcat's Daily Gazette are those of the host, Glenn Sportcat Jackson, and do not reflect the views of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or platforms hosting the show. This show is intended for entertainment purposes only. Please note, satire and humor, all commentary, especially on news, sports, and entertainment, is presented in a satirical manner. Statements made on this show should not be taken as factual reporting or professional advice.
That's right. Do not take anything here as professional advice. So, and I forgot to welcome WZQR. We're listening on Overnight's replay. We're the overnight talk show there. So, Brenda, how the hell are you?
I'm okay. I'm good. I cannot believe that Dolly has the 80th birthday on MLK's birthday.
Well, it's not MLK's birthday, I don't think. Is it his birthday or just his day?
I thought it was. I thought his day was his birthday.
Well, I've got it here in notes. We'll look here in a minute.
Denise, if I can coax him over here by the end of the show, when we're done, I'll have Glenn bring us up full screen so you can see him and his nifty little shirt that is to my heart because it says pants optional.
Yeah, well, they are. So. All right. Well, did you have a good weekend?
I did. I did something. I don't know if I stretched wrong or bent over or reached for something, but I hurt all up here, all in my neck, down the front by my, what do you call this? Collarbone, and in the back of my shoulder. And then last night I had Jack get my massage gun and dig it into my shoulder and loosen it up. And I went to bed and I was feeling fine. I went to the nail salon today. Finally got my claws fixed.
Good,
my little girl laughed at me and she said, "Oh, look, you can make a fist and punch somebody now." I'm like, right?
That is a scary thought. So.
Yeah. But then I was sitting here and I yawned and it pulled all this all over again. I was like, what is going on?
You're just old. Let's just be honest.
I'm out of duct tape. That's what the problem is.
There you go. And Chris says, Dolly celebrates her birthday with my mom, who would have been 78 today. God rest her beautiful soul. I miss her so much. Well, condolences, Chris. Let's see.
That
Denise
picture,
also
though,
joined the chat somewhere. What?
Yeah, Denise is here. That picture, you should have made her waist a little smaller and her boobs bigger.
Well, you know, I was trying to be PG-13.
Because she looks offset, you know.
She is offset.
She is, but in this picture, she has too much waist.
Yeah, well, so she's still sparkling at 80. So Tennessee Governor Lee declared today was Dolly Parton Day. So,
oh, for crying out loud, are they knocking out MLK Day?
Oh, you know,
they can't do that.
They just want to have controversy. So,
oh,
so our fans listening in Australia may not know, but today in the States is a federal holiday. It's Dr. Martin Luther King Day. Some states also, as we were talking about, Tennessee is honoring Dolly Parton on her 80th birthday today. And if you're in the South, there's some other holidays we'll talk about. We're not all on the same page yet, Brenda. So we're working hard, but we're not there yet.
We'll maybe eventually get there. I don't know if I'll still be alive to see it, but eventually we'll get there.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I saw a study came out that said Atlanta is the because Dr. King is from Atlanta,
Yeah,
and they said
right.
Atlanta is the most racially cohesive or something city. I don't know. And I'm like, why is it still a story? Why is that? Why are we still talking about race? So
yeah, I know, right?
But
that had gone. I remember that had went away for a long time, and then all of a sudden, when Obama got put in office, it was like, boom! It started all over again.
It's
And I
funny
was
how
like,
that works,
what?
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, because
Funny how that works.
I mean, even
Yeah.
our parents would say, if you call that kid a name or you say anything about his color, I'm going to slap you until your eyes don't see anymore. That was a line
Well, I
that
mean,
my mother
I
used
grew
to
up,
give my brother.
yeah, I grew up outside of Washington, D.C. and with KG. And our high school, when we graduated in the 80s, spoke 13 different languages. So
Yeah.
we didn't know any different. So it wasn't until later in life that I learned the difference. But at any rate, we are still celebrating Dr. King. And
Straighten
one
that up,
thing I'd
Denise.
like
You
to
mean husband.
one thing I would like to point out is Dr. King, even though some people say he is divisive, but he said he wanted peace, and he wanted us all to come together. And now it seems like they don't want peace and they want to separate us. So
yeah. It's not the people, and that's just what kicks my ass.
Well, it's
if
the media.
People would sit and think, it's not we the people that are doing it. It's between the media and our government and stupid.
Yes.
It's not us ourselves. If we were all put on a planet alone, every minority, and we didn't have the governors, we didn't have the bullshit, we would all be probably very peaceful and work together.
Yeah.
But they're afraid of that, so they won't allow that to happen. That's why they're doing it.
Yeah, there's no money in peace.
Yeah, so. I know, right?
So,
assholes.
So how was your weekend besides for your nails done? Was it
good. Got my dog shaved down, so they finally got their baths and haircuts. And
okay,
I tried as much as Saturday. I did a show. Well, it was me and Shad and Sherry, and then Sunday I laid around most of the time.
Yeah. You didn't even message me. I was surprised.
No, I didn't. That's why I messaged you last night. I'm like, so how are you feeling? I was heard from you.
Well, I was up after the game, getting the show scheduled and doing some research on some stuff. So, because the Sunday night game ended early as to what it normally does. So, tonight will be the I think it's ESPN and ABC, where Miami and Indiana play for the college championship, the NCAA college football championship. I'll probably tune it in. I probably will.
I know that the Bears got rammed.
well, yes, they did, but their quarterback, as good as he is also bad. He made a phenomenal play to get them to overtime, and then he just threw it away after that. And that's been the problem with the Bears and the Texans, these turnovers. So we'll talk about it. And we'll also talk about some controversy in the NFL and some things that made me scream at my TV. So
and here's the fun thing. I really want to find those memes on those football teams too, because I seen one that had me going.
Well,
I don't know what I seen the red and white, and there was two guys, and they were like the fans, and they were like, "We still have each other," and they were like all hugging each other. I was like, "Oh, look at this!" Yes.
Chris says, I did get to see some of Brenda's show Saturday when the football game was at the half and the Blackhawks game ended. I didn't know you were a hockey fan, Chris. Yeah. Oh, and let me get this out of the way. Chris and KG, while you're both here, I was talking to a third party about both of you, and I still say we need to, I think it's in April, we need to go to Tampa and see the Cubs play the Rays. I think that'll be fun. So we'll do some recordings and put them out for fun, but we'll cancel the show because it's baseball. So
yeah, but it won't be any fun. You guys can't walk around those nets and catch the iguanas.
Well, we might.
If it's still cold, that might be good. I want
Chris,
one.
you
bring
know
one.
I'm in the chat. You don't need to tell me about the Bears and turnovers. Well, there was some breaking news as we came online. In the NFL, another coaching shakeup. The Bills fired their coach after this morning. So
You know,
I don't know if it was justified, but it is what it is. Though
I want to ask about that. Okay, because here's what confuses me. So they get these head coaches, they pay them so much a year, they fire them, and then another well-known team will hire them on. Well, if they're that damn good to go from one well-known team to another well-known team, why the hell do they just keep firing them and pass them around like shit sticks?
Management and players, because coaches are married to basically the quarterback. They're married to the quarterback, and the quarterback can make or break a team. And so then why doesn't the manager I don't really know that
divorce
Harbaugh
that quarterback and get another one?
It's
they do it in marriage. Nah, they
it's
do it in
cheaper to
marriage
get
all
a
the
new
time.
coach. So,
oh Jesus!
Plus it the fans would, be in an uproar. I mean, you just suddenly fire the Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen or the
if
Ravens
he was fucking up and no good anyways, what difference did it make?
See, he didn't. See, in the Ravens game, yeah, you could call it was a coaching thing, but it came down to they lost because of a kicker. And so, but the owners want results. They want championships. And like in McDermott with the Bills, if they don't think they can get it. And there is something to be said, because I said this about Tennessee, the college team. Our coach is a good coach, but I don't know if he's good enough to take us to the next level. And that's the difference in some coaches. But it's not just a coach. You have to have a good management. You have to good coaching staff. And, of course, you have to have the talent. Now, like this year, the New England Patriots are a phenom team. But everybody needs to consider they had a very light schedule, although they have proved themselves exceptionally well in the playoffs. So, but we'll get into all that here in a bit. But yeah. So that's what I did. I watched football all weekend, and really, that was about it. I got in trouble with Mrs. Sportcat thanks to the radio station, but
why?
It's a long, complicated story. Chris says head coaching in pro football is all about retreads. It's safe to take a coach other teams thought were good than to be the guy to take a chance on an unknown. Look at Miami. They took a chance on an unknown, and well, once again, he was tied to a quarterback. So, and Tua is a good quarterback. He's just injury prone. So.
I think that they should maybe take up getting married or something instead of being tied to.
Well, I've said probably for about 3 seasons now that teams need to start the league with 3 quarterbacks. And I mean, they do technically, but they have the starting quarterback. But I think they need to divide up the plays and the games, because that position, the running back, which there's usually more than running back, and wide receivers take the toughest hits, but the quarterback is the one that gets the brutal hits. So I still say teams should go into a season with 3 quarterbacks. 2 that are starters and 1 that's ready to step in, but we're not there yet. I mean, unless you're in Indianapolis where they went through like 5 quarterbacks this season. So.
I would like to tell Denise, to get off of football for a minute, I would like to tell Denise, thank you so much. And the reason why I like going to my place is when we were done with my nails, they brought out a tray. And on this tray, there was this little thing attached to it. And they pushed the button and it sang happy birthday and it waved. And then they gave me a free $15 bottle of nail oil, which I love because after I wash my hands, shower and stuff, it keeps your cuticle soft. And then I had a little cupcake with a candle in the middle of it. And I blew the candle out and Putin got some of the cupcake. So this is why I love the place I go to. And they have complimentary drinks. You can sit there and get a pedicure and they ask you what kind of drink you want. And, it's all complimentary.
Do guys come in here for
yes.
happy endings? So
no, they don't do that there.
That you know of.
There's men. No, I know. There's men and women that work there, and each one are married. Like the little girl that I go to, her husband is in a booth right next to her. He sits right there next to her, and they all do that. And then they have certain people that do the feet, and they keep telling me they want me to go ahead and in there for a manicure. And if a pedicure, and if I do the pedicure, I get half off. And I said, well, I hope so. I only got 1 foot. So
Mrs. Sportcat keeps trying to talk me into going and getting a pedicure. And I'm like, nope.
Look, my ex-partner, 300 pounds of a brick shit house, 6'4", big, bald, black dude used to go with me all the time. He would call me up and say, yo, partner, are you up for a pedicure? And I'd be like, yeah. And we would go together. Yep.
Yeah, no, I don't. I am not secure enough in my manliness, apparently.
Oh my God! You put your foot in a whirlpool with some stuff in it that softens your feet, and then you get out and they trim your toenails and they rub them down with some lotion and oil to keep them all nice, and then that's it. You put your socks and shoes back on and go home. Oh, they'll rub your feet too. They give you a massage in your foot and up the calf of your leg.
Denise says it's better than going to a podiatrist. I haven't recommended to go there yet, so it's coming soon probably.
I go to one
every other angle of my body. So
yeah, I went to one and I wanted him to fix my big toenail, and he cut the damn thing all the way up to the head, and I've been waiting for it to grow back out. So now, once it gets all the way out there, I'm going to start going to getting my pedicures. Even my doctor said that if I go get pedicures, it would be better than going to a podiatrist.
Well, I've heard that. I had left, I guess I call it toe surgery, from all the years of jamming my feet into the fire turnout boots. Geez.
Yeah,
I had broken a toe that healed back wrong. That was causing me some problems. So they were like, well, we'll just go in there and we'll do a bunion, we'll fix your toe. And I don't know. They went in there and fixed like a couple broken bones. I was laid up for like 6 damn months.
Well, yeah, they had to break your bones.
And I lost a big toenail out of it. I was like, I went in with a big toe. He's like, well, we had to get access to the bone. I'm like, yeah, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, that's why you were laid up for so long. You go in and you get a pedicure done. Glenn, you're not going to be laid up afterwards. As a matter of fact, you're not going to want to walk around. You're going to tell your wife, I'm going to sit right here in this recliner and enjoy the after effects of that pedicure.
Probably not, but
no, yes, you will. Trust me.
Yeah, I don't know. That sucked. And they were like, you probably broke the toe in your right foot too. We probably need to go in and look at that. And I'm like,
you're like, no,
nope.
Yeah,
I couldn't avoid the one on the left foot, but I could avoid the one on the right foot. It's still
such a damn sissy.
Surgery sucks. Yeah. Brenda was absolutely right. Ditching football Hawk to discuss pedicures was a sensational idea. Yeah, that's what our views drop in here, so.
If I wouldn't have broken and stopped that, he would have went on for the rest of the damn show.
Well, we've
just
got
on
stories.
football.
So. All right, well, let's get on with this stuff. So,
All right.
It is 2:21 on the East Coast, and well, that means out there for Gavin, it's 11:21 in the morning.
Oh, screw him.
Denver, 12:20, snowing probably. Chicago, 1:21. Let's see, for our good friends in Perth, 3:20 in the morning, Tuesday morning. And Sydney, well, it's 6:21 in the morning. Get up, go to work. You got work to do. And for our 51st state, actually, it's probably a race between Alberta and Greenland. It is 4:21 in the afternoon. So, yeah, well, we're going to take over Greenland. But don't worry, NATO is there to defend it with 30 soldiers. So if you went outside and looked, Chris says Brenda is like the old version of Cheyenne that hated football before she saw the light. There you go.
I've been around football, Chris, all my life. All my cousins played, my nephews played. I grew up in a baseball. I grew up in Angel Stadium or Anaheim Stadium.
Well,
so
Cheyenne started dating a sports reporter and then got a job and basically left me. I don't know where she went. She ran off. She'll be back at some point. She's got a new job and a new boyfriend, and she's got a life, unlike me, apparently. So, but she's still with us.
It's just that you've done burnt out your life. Now you're trying something different.
Yeah. Well, that was I don't understand why every post I put on my personal Facebook page somehow gets heated. I don't understand. It gets, this had nothing to do with sports, politics, religion. It was purely a post on me talking about whether I should renew my paramedic license. I haven't practiced since I was at 20, 21, something like that. It's just more of a money grab at this point. I mean, I still have to do the research hours, but but if anybody is wondering, after a long weekend of thinking about it, I came to the conclusion that I don't know what the future may hold. I have an elderly parent in Tennessee. I may very well at some point need to return to Tennessee and get my paramedic license there. So
why?
It would be easier if I had my state and national.
Why? You need a paramedic thing to be able to take care of your mother?
No. If I go back there, I may need to start working part-time because then I will be fully supporting 2 households. So I'm partially doing it now. So I'm partially doing it now. So, yeah. So I decided, and I talked to the instructor at Georgia EMS Academy, and he says probably a good idea too in this environment. So the only bad thing, and I say this hesitantly because this will probably become controversial, is if I do hold my state and national license, I can be pulled into the federal government on a whim. Just the part of the licensure, you agree to that. And I don't know that I want to do that. Denise says, I usually don't mention football because I love New England. And I usually get a lot of balls. I'm actually kind of for New England this year. So, and Denise, I think it's like 75 for the national and like 50 for the state. And the research classes are like $100. So, I could probably get out of it for like $200, but it's time served. So I will start the refresher courses in my free time, what little of it I have left. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's every other year, and it's only 60 hours of online classes. I can do it with my eyes closed. So yeah.
All
right.
Why not?
Well, if you went outside and looked up, you would see we have a crescent moon. It's only a little crescent moon. It's only at 1%. It's going to keep growing till we get to the full moon, which is the cold winter moon. And we're already in cold winter. So,
Yeah, we are.
yeah, and it's not going to get any better. So, you have an excuse today if you want to say that you're late. Well, the sun is 10 minutes late, so almost 11. So you have an excuse. You can say it's the sun's fault. So there you go. All right. So Brenda.
No.
No, not this one. No, I agree. Not, what? This one will give you many choices. Well, that one don't give us any choices. So all right. Well, all right. So goodbye to you. So we have this one and that one. Which one do you want to do? This one is the newer one, and we can pick 80s trivia. We won't talk football for a bit. Animals, brain teasers. No.
Let's do animals.
We'll do animals. Okay.
We'll do animals. We'll see.
Various animals, multiple choice, all things pink, animals by color. And that doesn't sound real. Mixed animal trivia and animal fun facts are name that dog. Do they really exist? Best dog breeds and animals from, I don't even know what the hell that means. Binominal transition. So, Chris.
I guess.
Yellow one. I saw you in there. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
What was the first one?
Various animals.
Let's do that one. One.
All right. No foot care questions for Chris. All right. Oh Lord.
Chris, don't step on a tack or a Lego for all that.
This animal, which mainly lives in Africa, can lick its ears with its tongue. It does this to clean the ear out. Is it the anteater, the giraffe, the koala, or the lion?
I was thinking it was a giraffe.
I was thinking it was a stripper I met in Tennessee, but okay, we'll go with stripper. What kind of animal is a chukar? Chukar. What kind of animal is a chukar? Is it a bird, a dog, a cat, or a fish? Chukar. Chucker? Maybe chucker? I don't know. We're going to go with bird. Okay, so far you're the one picking all this. What is
we're going to get an F.
What is an
dog?
AI? I have no idea. You want to change it? We can.
Let's stick to bird. We'll see what happens.
Okay, you're going against Denise. So,
sorry.
What is an AI? A two-toed sloth? There is no such thing as an AI, a four-toed sloth, or a three-toed sloth. I have no idea. What is an AI?
AI, and it's talking about a sloth.
And is it a two-toed?
Have three toes.
Four-toed? I have no. How the hell do you know this?
Because I like sloths, but I've never heard them referred to as an AI. So maybe there is no AI.
Okay, we'll go with that. All right. So far, this quiz is all you. So, what rodent is named after another animal due to the same type of physical features? A guinea pig, a kangaroo rat, a capara, or a common red squirrel? What rodent is named after another animal? All right, so we'll go with kangaroos. Yeah, because a guinea pig doesn't look like a bunch of a pig. What is the fastest swimming penguin? Oh my God. An emperor, a rockhopper, a puffin, or gentoo?
Fastest swimming piglet. The fastest swimming penguin. What were the options again? Because I can't see them.
Emperor, rockhopper, puffin, or gentoo?
Rockhopper.
Okay. All right. We're going with rockhopper. What type of animal is an addax? ADDAX. What type of animal is an addax? Is it an antelope, a moose, a yak, or an elk? I'm going to go with yak, but I have no clue. So
I think actually you're right. I think it is.
all right. Chris says, I'm never saying on the internet that AI is not real because it may come after me. Agreed.
Come and get me.
We do not want the AI overlords to chase us down. This animal is also called a meadow mouse and a field mouse. Is it a mole, a quoll, a dole, or a vole? Jesus Christ. A mole, a quoll, a dole, or a vole. That sounds like a Disney.
A mole. A mole.
No, a mole is the one that's the little ones that are blind, isn't it?
And they're always out in the field, and people refer them as moles. Chris and Denise all said mole too.
Okay, whatever. All right. I have no. So we're on number 8, and so far I've guessed it 1. So Bob Dole. So
It probably was the only right one.
I was trying to think of a Bob Dole. I'm angry.
Hey, watch out! That's my safe word, Chris.
Bob Dole is your safe word?
Bob Dole is my safe word.
I don't think I needed to know that, but okay. What does a vaquita look like? A vaquita look like a common whale, a common squid, a common shark, or a common porpoise. Once again, I was thinking it was a stripper in Tennessee. So
the name fucked me up. What was it again?
A vaquita. Is it a common whale, a common squid, a common shark, or a common porpoise? Actually, I was thinking that was a stripper I met in Atlanta. So that's interesting.
I was thinking it sounds like a fart that comes out the front. But anyways, let's go with a dolphin.
Well, the dolphin wasn't even a choice. You got porpoise, shark, squid, or whale. I would guess squid, but I have no idea.
Okay, let's do the squid. What the hell? Well, what's the worst that can happen? It could be wrong.
You take the shitty one today, Brenda. Thank God there's only 10. This bat is commonly mistaken for a big brown bat, but it is let's try this starting over again. This bat is commonly mistaken for a big brown bat, but is easily distinguished due to its size. The big brown bat is, well, bigger. This species lives under tree bark quite often. A small brown bat, a pallid bat, Keen's bat, or an evening bat. Do you know your bat knowledge?
Do not think it would be the small brown bat. So it looks like the big brown bat.
Oh, well, maybe.
It's not a fruit bat. It's not a vampire bat. If it looks just like the big brown bat, common sense would tell me it's the small brown bat.
Well, let's see if common sense helps you. So far, it hasn't got you very far in life here. What type of dolphin is unique because it has a really long, really sharp-toothed beak, is near blind, and has a brain which is extremely primitive, making it possibly the dumbest dolphin in the world? Jesus Christ. The Ganges River dolphin, Yangtze River dolphin, the Chinese River dolphin, or the Indus River dolphin? Chris says, I don't know if Bob Dole facts or the front fart is more disturbing.
It was the name. It just made me chuckle.
All right.
Dan Mario.
I have no idea where you know. Yeah. He was pretty.
Let me see.
He can throw a ball. So, Indus River, the Chinese River, Yangtze, or the Ganges River? I have no idea.
The Chinese River.
All right. So we'll offend the culture.
Although I don't know why, because Chinese, they outnumber us in everything as well as smarts. So,
Mm.
but that's okay. Maybe their dolphins can be
I
dumb.
think we got like one right. No, actually we got 3 correct. So,
Well, damn. Well, look, the first 2 I got were right.
a giraffe has the same amount of bones in the neck as humans. However, they have a lot bigger than ours. What? However, they are a lot bigger than ours. Giraffes can also kill a lion with a single kick. These animals have to slowly do the splits to get a drink of water. Because of this, other giraffes wait in line to get a drink and to watch out for predators in the meantime. And it can lick its ears with its tongue to clean the ear out. So that was a giraffe.
I got that one right. Okay.
The chukar or chukar is a type of partridge, and although it lives in Eurasia, was introduced to many other parts of the world. It prefers to eat cheap grass, but will eat whatever it needs to survive if there is a shortage. They also drink twice a day. I don't know why that's okay.
Yeah,
what is an AI? Well, it's a 3-toed sloth.
Oh, and I just said I know they have 3 toes.
The kangaroo rat is named so because of the shape of its feet. They resemble the kangaroo.
Kangaroo's feet. Yep.
The fastest swimming penguin is the Gento penguin. It can swim up to 40 miles an hour and is found mostly in the Antarctic region. It mates during winter seasons. Well, maybe that'll become our new national bird when we take over.
Right? Yeah, there you go. Greenland's new national bird.
What type of animal is an addax? Well, we picked yak, but it is clearly an antelope.
Damn it.
The most desert adapted antelope in the world. It can weigh an average of 300 pounds. It rarely drinks water, being adapted to the desert climate, and usually eats grasses and shrubs. Yeah, well, you know what my brain is.
You're in the better as much as I am.
It is an addax is an antelope. So now you know. This animal is also called a meadow mouse and a field mouse. We chose mole, but no, it's a vole with a V.
What is a vole?
Well, if you'll listen, the vole or field mouse are usually brown or gray. They have stocky bodies, which are attached to short tails and limbs. There are 23 species in the vole in the United States alone. So.
Wait. We have minds in the gutter, and Denise over here says, I got a big O today. You did.
Wow. Well,
all right.
Can
Denise.
you send me a picture, Denise? Please. What does a vaquita look like? And apparently,
well,
it's not a common squid, it's a common porpoise. And it's an extremely rare animal. There's only about 600 living in the wild. It's the smallest cetacean,
porpoise, right?
Weighing around 120 pounds. No, I don't think so. I think there's a difference between dolphins and porpoise. So,
is there?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not up on my. I'm not a marine biologist. Chris says 40-mile-an-hour penguins are less dangerous than 200-mile-an-hour Venezuela rowboats.
And 2-mile-an-hour vehicles.
Remember, they're just fishermen, Chris. Let's see. The brown bat is easily distinguished due to size, but it is bigger, and this species lives under tree bark. It's the evening bat. Little is known about the evening bat, especially around its habitats during the winter. It does not go into caves like most bats, but remains outside for its winter season. Okay, once again, not up on my Batman. I can tell you Batman, but
oh my God, it's Batman.
What type of dolphin is unique because it's really long, really sharp tooth beak, is near blind, and has a brain which is extremely primitive. The Ganges River dolphin, but they're so rare, only 10 have been studied. They're extremely hard to see in the natural habitat because the water is murky. The studies are taken in captivity. They swim on their side and sleep swim for up to 60 seconds at a time. They
Oh,
swim on their side so they can search for food at the bottom, like clams and shrimp, and can swim in water as shallow as 1 foot. So we had 3 out of 10, and we scored a 45. All right. So good choice. Good choice. You
well,
picked a good
hey,
one.
you know, I wasn't expecting them to talk about, weird animals. You know, I mean,
It's
shit.
trivia.
Look,
It's
we
trivia.
did the snake
Trivia.
one, and I aced that damn thing. So what?
Yeah. This day, January 19th, why did the hipster fall in the lake? Why did the hipster fall in the lake?
Tripped
Any
over his
idea?
sandals.
Why did the hipster fall in the lake? He went ice skating before it was cool.
Oh my God. You must be kidding.
Physics is a religion. If it were, we'd have a much easier time raising money. It's a
Oh
quote
God.
from a Nobel-winning physicist, Leon Max Letterman. Well,
Oh, that was funnier than why the
Yeah.
hipster fell in the water.
January 19th holidays. Oh, they show a picture of Stone Mountain. It's observed in memory of the Confederate forces of the Civil War. So on January 19th, it's sometimes called Confederate Heroes Day.
Is it?
Well, that's what they say. First MS-DOS computer virus was introduced this day in 1986. The first DOS virus is unleashed. It was a floppy disk boot sector virus that became known as the Brain. It was written by Pakistani brothers. I'm not even going to pronounce their names, who claimed it was intended to protect their copyrighted medical software from piracy. The virus didn't destroy data, but it did slow the floppy disk. The brothers are still in business together as Brain Telecommunications Limited. They came over and they're in Minneapolis. So there you go.
I'm pretty sure I would trust Mario Brothers before I would trust them. Just
Betty
saying.
Ford dances on the White House table this day in 1977.
Uh-oh.
After Gerald Ford's loss in the 76 presidential election to Jimmy Carter, First Lady Betty Ford put on her dance lessons to use and danced on the White House cabinet room table,
Oh my God.
stating, "I always wanted to dance on the cabinet room table." All right. Well, there you know.
And she waited until he lost. She could
I
get
guess.
scolded for that. If he won, she wouldn't have gotten scolded.
Well, in today's media, they would have her in jail. So,
I know, right? I'm pretty sure she would
the
have
first
offended somebody.
televised U.S. presidential press conference this day in 1955, President Dwight D. Eisenhower is filmed for newsreels and later television broadcast. He announced at the beginning, well, let's see, we're trying a new experiment this morning. I hope that doesn't prove to be a disturbing influence. His press secretary, James Haggerty, edited the footage before it was released. Although this was the first televised presidential press conference, President Truman had previously made a number of presidential speeches that were televised. So, in other words, he was saying, I hope this is not the beginning of something bad.
You want to know how blind I am? I actually looked at that, and for a whole hot minute, till you said his name, I thought it was Biden. I am so blind.
Here we go. There we go. It's just going down. World War I, the first air raids on England began. 1915, on this day, in January 19th, 2 German Zeppelins dropped bombs on the great Yarmouth, Sheringham, King's Lynn, and surrounding villages. 4 people are killed and 16 injured. The original target was Humberside, but the Zeppelins were diverted by strong winds. You see, I'm just wondering, I don't know what their elevation was, but wouldn't rifles have shot them out of the sky? I don't know.
Denise said, me too. I guess I need my other eye done.
Hey, you just see him blurry out after the big O.
Yeah, that's true.
Your knees are still shaking, Denise.
But you settle down before you make that decision.
19 well, look, thinking it was Biden probably killed the big O. January 19th, 1915, Georges Claude received the U.S. patent for his invention on the neon lighting. It was an instant worldwide sensation. There you go. This day in 1909, a newspaper article was printed about an immense bathtub installed for President-elect William Howard Taft on the USS North Carolina. Taft was to travel to the Panama Canal, and his great size of over 300 pounds, which for friends in Australia is 136 kilograms, made the use of a standard bathtub difficult. Similarly, large tubs were installed in the White House for his use, contributing to the myth that this was done because he got stuck in the White House bathtub. All right. There you go.
Showers.
I guess in 1909 showers weren't a thing. So,
well,
I guess. This day in 2003, Donald Rumsfeld on the cost of the war. Well, the Office of Management and Budget has come up with a number that's something under $50 billion for the cost. Final cost has been estimated to be about $1.9 trillion. So we went into Iraq and it cost us 1.9 trillion. We went into Venezuela and it cost us like $50. So
yeah, I wonder if those big old tubs are still in the White House. That's interesting.
Fact. Well, I would say there's been so many kids in the White House. I don't see why a big tub. I mean, can you imagine as a kid having an oversized tub? That
oh
would
my
be like
God, it'd be better than a damn swimming pool out.
Yeah, that would be like heaven. So yeah. So on this day in 1977, Tokyo Rose was pardoned by President Gerald Ford. Tokyo Rose served 6 years for treason committed during World War II. She was pardoned after it was discovered that witnesses against her had been coerced into lying. Born in the U.S. to Japanese immigrants, she was visiting Japan when the Japanese struck Pearl Harbor. Unable to return to the U.S., she began hosting the radio show 0 Hour, broadcasting propaganda and entertainment to U.S. troops. During this time, she used part of her earnings to buy and smuggle food to Allied POWs, as she had also done before she began broadcasting. So she was accused of treason, but she was actually helping this?
Yeah, wow. and so for those who think that the news organizations just got offered to, spread propaganda when Biden came in, you're wrong. See, she did it too, and nobody asked her.
No, Chris says, is that a woman? We're going to have a story about propaganda. So, Nuclear Regulatory Commission, the body to regulate the use of nuclear energy, is established on this day in 1975. And they're modifying it now because we're going to put a nuclear power station on the moon.
Yeah. Okay.
First regular transatlantic radio broadcast. This day in 1903, between Cape Cod, Mass. And Cornwall, England, with greetings exchanged between King Edward seventh? Yeah, seventh, and President Theodore Roosevelt. Well, that's interesting. They set up a broadcast. All right.
They can put you and I on the moon.
Do what?
We can go to the moon and do broadcasting from there. And that way it's vacation time.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. On this day in 1861, Georgia, where I'm currently at, is the 5th state to secede, I guess, from the Union. We left. Georgia said, deuces, we're out, bitch. And this day in 1861, Antarctica. The Wilkes expedition discovers the continent and claims it for the U.S. January 19th, 1840. So wait a minute. We own Antarctica? What the hell are we bitching about Greenland for? So
Well, everybody's got a pitch in Antarctica. We're just not allowed to be there.
well, all right. Tin canning, the first U.S. patent for preserving food in tin cans is granted to Thomas Kinsett. It had originally been for preserving food in glass jars, but they were subject to breaking, so his father obtained a patent for storing food in tin cans and set up a small canning plant on the waterfront, selling America's first hermetically sealed fish, fruits, vegetable, and meat. This day in 1825.
Mm-hmm.
Dolly Parton, we just talked about her. Her birthday is today. She was born January 19th, 1946. She's 80 today. Janis Joplin was born this day in 1943. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame singer. Jean Stapleton, an actress best known as Edith, born on All in the Family. Born this day in 1923. The first person to swim the English Channel without a life preserver. Matthew Webb is a Navy captain. He was born this day in 1848. Did so in under 22 hours, but he later died trying to swim across the Niagara River. Well,
look at who's in our chat.
Oh my.
Bobby the Dizzle.
B Dizzle is in the house.
Oh my God. Hello, Bobby. Bobby, I'm glad you jumped in because I was going to send a whole freaking rescue unit of possums to your house to come find you because I was worried about you.
Born this day in 1809, Edgar Allan Poe, American poet, horror story writer. So he was born in 1809. Robert E. Lee, American soldier, and he commanded the U.S. Military for a period of time and then took over the Virginia forces during the Civil War. Born this day in 1807. So
we have a street out here named after him.
There's probably one in a lot of cities.
Robert E. Lee.
Kimberly Bergales, born this day in 1968, an AIDS victim, the first American to have contracted it from her dentist. Oh, all right. Ricky Ricardo Jr., Little Ricky,
boy,
fictional son of TV's Lucy and Ricky, was born this day in 1953. Desi Arnaz Jr. So wait a minute, is Desi Arnaz Jr. different than Ricky Ricardo Jr.?
I thought they were the same.
Too.
I think it's the same person. Somebody just screwed it up.
Yeah, I think they did. Robert Palmer. He was a he was a musician. Addicted to Love in 1986. Born this day in 1949.
I thought Robert Palmer played golf.
No, you're talking about Arnold Palmer.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm so confused.
Yeah, there you go. we know Brenda. Shelley Fabrice, an American actress and singer, The Donna Reed Show, and from Coach, born this day in 1944. Laurie London.
They named a spray after her.
What?
Febreze.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Laurie London. Yes, that's right.
It's okay. I'm allowed to be stupid up here, Bobby. You ought to join us. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, he should have joined us for the morning quiz. He'd probably.
Oh yeah, you would have liked that quiz.
Laurie London, born this day in 1944. Oh God, I'm gonna get the song stuck in my head now. American music singer. He's got the whole world in his hand. Jesus, I'm having stuck.
God, I got the whole world. Okay.
Michael Crawford, a British actor from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, born 1942. Phil Everly, American Hall of Fame singer. They were part of the Everly brothers, born in 1939. Robert McNeil, a Canadian-born news correspondent, born this day in 1931. Tippi Hedren, American actress and animal rights activist, mother of Melanie Griffith.
Oh, we don't need that woman
The
up there.
Birds. She was born in 1930. Fritz Weaver, an American Tony-winning actor, born this day in 1926. Nicholas Colsanto, an American TV actor from Cheers, born this day in 1924. Minnesota Fats, a Hall of Fame billiards wizard. He was born this day in 1913. Oh, I don't know if I can pronounce this one. Ovida Culp Hobby, an American government official, the first secretary of the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare. But she also commanded the Office of Women's Army Corps and the first woman in the Army to receive the Distinguished Service Medal. Born this day in 1905. He invented modern condensing steam engine. James Watt, born this day in 1736, a British inventor who developed the watt power. So that's where the power watt comes from. So Francis II, the King of France, was born this day in 1544. Let's catch up in the chat here. And Edgar Allan Poe, being a poet, is ironic, like a guy named John Dock for being a doctor. He says he wants to watch Con Air now. So let's see. What else do we have here? We'll just skip through this because we got a lot of where's my clock? I need to put my clock up here so I can keep up with it.
I know.
Here we go. All right. Let's see. We talked about all that. The first reported sighting of a crop circle on this day in 1966, an Australian banana farmer, George Pedley, notices a large circular area of his field has been flattened. The same spot where he claimed to have seen a vapor-like craft lifting off. He dubbed it a saucer's nest, but it really marks the first reported discovery of a crop circle. Okay, that was back in 1966. All right, what else we got? Howard Hughes sets the coast-to-coast flight record. 1937, a new transcontinental airspeed record in his H-1 Racer aircraft from L.A. to Newark, New Jersey, in 7 hours, 28 minutes, and 25 seconds. So, all right. We talked about that. Guy Hunt becomes Alabama's first Republican governor since 1874. He was sworn into office succeeding George Wallace in 1987. Let's see. Rupert Murdoch in 2012, his media empire, apologized and agreed to pay to 37 people whose telephones had been hacked by the tabloid press. I apologize. I'm sorry. Today is National Imagination Day. National Imagination Day. So, Library Commissioner in Seinfeld being named Bookman. Yeah, that's true. So, let's see. It's National Popcorn Day. Oh, there you go. It's National Popcorn Day.
He went to prison.
Did he go to prison? I don't know.
I bet he was a librarian there too.
He was a politician. He probably did. So. Artists as Outlaw Day. Today is Artists as Outlaw Day. Oh, it's God. Blue Monday, which is observed the third Monday in every January. All right, I got it. Hold on. I got to go down a rabbit hole. What is Blue Monday? It's a day in January associated with the month. It's said to be the most depressing day of the year, according to a psychologist. All right, so today is Blue Monday. Everybody cheer up. Remember, you've got the whole world in your hands, so there you go. It's Brew felony ethics charges at 93. Yep. They're all crooks. Brew a Potion Day. Oh, Lord. Mrs. Sportcat. Oh, she's probably doing that right now.
Yeah, she's gonna poison
over the weekend, I go into the kitchen, and every weekend she's got something on the stove, like berries and nuts and fruits and spices. And I'm like, what is that? She's like, oh, I'm just brewing. What the hell are you brewing? So,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Run.
Maybe I should run. Brew a potion day is today. If you want to make a potion. Elementary school day, teacher day. Elementary school teacher day. So if you know elementary school teacher, give him a hug. Good memory day. And ironically enough, it is Gun Appreciation Day. So
I appreciate my guns every day. I don't need a certain day to do that.
Yeah, MLK Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, National Day of Service, Popcorn Day, New Friends Day. Go out and make a new friend today. Tenderness Towards Existence Day. Okay. And Tin Can Day. And it's also World Quark, Quark Day. What the hell is a quark?
Well, if today's a canning day, I guess Jack better get up and get busy and start
You better
canning.
tell Jack to get moving. Tell me some great
Rest
chili
is
when the
set. I
meatloaf's
know.
too much. So
Right?
yeah, so
Dang.
Brew Monday. It's time to check in on a friend, neighbor, or family members over a cup of coffee or tea. See, and I was thinking about Bobby. So ironically, it was on
As a
Brew
matter of
Monday
fact-
and Blue Monday. So
Bobby, check your messenger.
so was Walter White. Putting Blue Monday on MLK Day wasn't well thought out from a PR standpoint. Yeah, well.
And on Dolly Parton's birthday.
I think it's because the mind and body finally acknowledges the holidays are over. So a quark is a particle they discovered in quantum physics. But it looked like some kind of pastry to me. I don't know. Let's see.
Are you hungry?
No, I'm not. Today is the day I had biscuits and gravy. Today is the 19th day of 2026 and the 30th day of winter. And Floridians died over the weekend. There was snow in Florida. So
them poor iguanas.
today in 1977, snow fell in Miami for the only time in recorded history. All right. So see, the cold has been there for a while. So
them iguanas really need care for.
2006, NASA launched the New Horizons space probe to study I don't like they make fun of Pluto. They call it a dwarf planet. Pluto will always be a planet to me. So today's fact, Dolly Parton holds 10 Guinness World Records, including most Grammys nominated by a female country artist, 51. Most number one hits in the U.S. country song charts by a female artist, 25. So what are the other 8? Is it boob size?
I will kill you if you get behind my computer monitor.
What?
Brenda is my cat.
About to lose her mind. Today's lucky
she likes it behind my monitors.
Okay. Well, today's lucky number, 71.7. It's the percentage of U.S. households that tuned in to watch Lucy Goes to the Hospital, the episode on I Love Lucy, in which the character gave birth. Star Lucille Ball actually gave birth to her son, Desi Arnaz Jr., on the same day the episode aired in 1993.
Did they record her having her actual baby?
They recorded her having the big O with Ricky. So 59 days until spring begins. So here we go. Why do we measure day length in hours, Brenda?
You know what? Because we're stupid.
All right. The ancients divided the day in half, roughly corresponding to sunrise, sunset, with 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of night. The length of an hour varied depending on the time of the year until mechanical clocks were invented in the Middle Ages.
Yeah.
So basically, we do it because of mechanical clocks. But see, now we've got digital, so can we change it? What does doldrum mean, Brenda?
What is time? What?
What is a doldrum?
A doldrum?
A doldrum. DOLDRUMS.
I don't know. I probably know what it is from a different name.
It's the part of the ocean near the equator,
Oh, well, no, I don't.
abounding in calm squalls and light, baffling winds, which sometimes prevent all progress progress for weeks. Okay, hold on a minute. A part of the ocean near the equator, abounding in calm squalls and light, baffling winds, which prevent progress for weeks. So called by sailors to be the doldrums. It's a state of listlessness, ennui or tedium. There we go.
Let's see, if I was a sailor, I would have been able to tell you what that was.
So if the drug boats had been near there, we would have just been able to use a Zeppelin to hit them. So there you go. Chris, just for you, 21 days, 8 hours, 53 minutes until pitchers and catchers report. Spring training countdown. There you go, Chris. So let's see. How do you get this out of the way? Let's see. What else do we got here? Oh, Brenda, we're going to be running late today with news.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so Alabama is one of 2 states that combine MLK Day and Robert E. Lee holiday. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
So today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day in Alabama, but alongside it honors slain civil rights leaders. They also, alongside the slain the civil rights leader, recognized Civil War General Robert E. Lee. Alabama and Mississippi are the only states that combine King and Lee on the same holiday. In Alabama, it's one of 3 holidays dedicated to Confederacy: King Lee Day, Confederate Memorial Day, and the birthday of the Confederate President Jefferson Davis, which is in June. Both King and Lee were born on January 19th. Lee in 1807 and King in 1929. Southern states began honoring Lee, a native of Virginia, in the days after the Civil War, with Alabama designating the Lee holiday in 1901. Mississippi followed in 1910. The pathway to the King holiday was much more complicated. It took 15 years after King's April 4th, 1968 assassination for President Ronald Reagan to sign the federal law establishing the holiday. 3 years later, in 1986, the first federal King holiday was celebrated. Some states resisted. It took until 2000 for all states to add the official holiday. Alabama and Mississippi added the King holiday in the 80s, but not as a standalone day, but as a companion to Lee Day. All right. In 2015, Georgia changed Confederate Memorial Day to a state holiday. Arkansas ended its practice in 2017. In 2020, Virginia did away with holidays honoring Lee and Confederate General Thomas Stonewall Jackson to make Election Day state holiday. Louisiana followed in 2022, limiting both Lee and the Confederate Memorial Day. There you go. So that's
all right. Yay, we're done with that.
Long, complicated history. So Robert Plant and Jimmy Page were both adept at taking out drug boats. The faint crescent moon returns to the western sky tonight, Brenda. It's the faint crescent moon tonight, providing a chance for early observations near the horizon after sunset. So
do you think we're really going to go outside and look?
No, not as cold as it is in the south. No. No. So only 1% is illuminated. So there you go. Go outside and do so at your own risk, because if you're in the south, it's cold. So we have a solar storm. An X-class flare is headed towards Earth, and we can expect impacts within the next 24 hours. Now, they're saying that with the sun having released a coronal ejection that is traveling, that we can expect power outages, radio problems, GPS problems, and but they say this a lot, and so far we haven't seen it. So basically just go in the basement, turn off all the lights, and hide for 24 hours. So
Yeah, okay, whatever. Don't spread fear factors here. It'll be just like Three-Eyed Alice.
No.
It'll be so close, but yet so far away, and then it'll turn all of them at the same time.
I think the only thing that we could see, especially in the South, is maybe we'll see if the Northern Lights come down any further, but it probably won't affect us at all. So, and here you go.
He'll go out and look if it's not windy.
Well, all right. Here we go. I don't know why I have to have this. This comes from the Daily Mail. NASA debunks a wacky conspiracy theory claiming Earth will lose gravity for 7 seconds on August 12th after it went viral on social media. NASA has debunked a wild conspiracy theory doing the rounds on social media. The conspiracy theory claims on August 12th at 14:33 Greenwich Mean Time, which is 9:33 Eastern, Earth will lose gravity for 12 seconds. According to proponents, the secret was revealed in a NASA document named Project Anchor in November of 2024, and it could lead to at least 40 million deaths from falls.
Oh, boy.
It could lead to 40 million deaths from falls.
Look, I don't believe that. I don't believe that because certain things I believe in, but I don't really believe anything NASA says anyway. So should I agree with this or disagree with
I don't know. Maybe you should send chat on it. I don't understand. 40 million people falling to their death. Unsurprisingly, thousands of concerned viewers took to X to discuss the claim. If this is fake, why does it have a date, project name, and a budget? One user asked, while another concerned user said there's going to be a lot of injuries when everybody comes crashing back down if it was to happen. So I guess for those 7 seconds, we'll float weightlessly and then we'll fall to our death later. 7 seconds later.
Can you imagine being in bed asleep and then all of a sudden you just
it's supposed to happen at 9:33 Eastern, so
and your face hits the roof and then you bounce back in your bed. Nowadays people will be like, oh my god, it was a ghost.
On August 12th, Jesus Christ. Chris says, I don't trust the government experts to tell me what will happen as I type this. Well, they think in August they don't know shit, so so supposedly we're going to rise up and then fall. So despite the conspiracy theorist claims, there's absolutely no trace of any leaked document or mention of Project Anchor online prior to December of last year. The NASA spokesperson told fact-checking website Snopes the Earth will not lose gravity on August 12, 2026. Earth's gravity, or total gravitational force, is determined by its mass. The only way for Earth to lose gravity would be for the Earth system combined mass of its core, mantle, crust, ocean, terrestrial waters, and atmosphere to lose mass. So for 7 seconds, okay, so we're 7 seconds, we're going to be weightless, but we're 10 minutes behind. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. NASA is hiding a 7-second gravity blackout on Earth. Yeah. All right. So there you go. Brenda,
liars.
Research this and get back to me. So conspiracy spreads.
Look, I always tell you to get a conspiracy theorist friend, and that is me. But I'm here to tell you right now, I ain't never heard of that shit, nor do I believe in it. So
you're the nut job on this one. So all right, so there was a banking warning that was issued over the weekend saying that upcoming alien revelations could spark a financial crisis. A financial crisis could be triggered by an announcement that aliens exist, according to Helen McCaw, a former policy expert at the Bank of England. She told the Times of London that politicians and bankers can't afford to dismiss alien life, and wrote to the governor of the Bank of England urging urging him to organize a contingency plan in case the White House, that's us in the U.S., confirms alien existence.
Okay.
Well, this
Why would that
matters.
put us?
What?
Why would that put us in any kind of financial thing? They're aliens. They don't want our money.
Well,
It's not like they're bank robbers.
Let's get to why it matters. A 2021 study from Pew Research found that nearly 2/3 of Americans believe that intelligent life exists beyond Earth. Some Americans, meanwhile, believe there is proof of UFOs and aliens being concealed from the public by global governments.
That's true.
But it is held in a significant minority. Brenda. President Donald Trump has previously indicated that his administration may, we're still waiting on the Easton files, MLK and RFK files too. So we'll holding my breath on this one. They may declassify some information on extraterrestrial life. So there's the new UFO documentary, The Age of Discovery, making headlines. And so Trump could reveal the existence. So,
well, the only way this would hurt people financially is if everybody wanted to take the day off to go out and look at aliens. And unless they want to charge us for a space ride like an Uber, I really don't think that your money is in danger.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
So she told the Times the United States government appears to be partway through a multi-year process to declassify and disclose information on the existence of technology advanced non-human intelligence responsible for the UAPs. If the UAPs prove to be of non-human origin, we may have to acknowledge the existence of power or intelligence greater than any government and with potential unknown intentions. It is entirely possible that the government leadership and their central banks have not been properly briefed on the topic. UAP disclosure is likely to induce ontological shock and provoke psychological responses with material consequences. McCall said there could be a price for volatility in the financial markets and a collapse in confidence, in addition to a potential rush to safe assets such as gold. She told the outlet that the authorities should be prepared for unrest. Well, as you can imagine, this quickly went around the world. And the X has said that the story has been viewed over 100,000 times. So there you go. They want us to be ready. I think the only way it would matter is if we had a rush on gold, silver, precious metals. But otherwise, really, it's a piece of paper we carry in our wallet that
look what Chris
anyhow. So
look what Chris said.
If extraterrestrial life could come from millions of light years away, they probably have the technology to hack my bank account or guess my PIN number. Exactly.
Right.
So there you go. And plus, what currency would they accept? So I mean,
I wouldn't accept our shit.
We would have to have a new world currency. So there you go.
Yeah.
So we're on the road to
that rock.
We're on the road to Super Bowl 60. Over the weekend, there were 3 really good games and 1 shitty game. The Patriots and the Texans, 28-16, with the Patriots advancing. The Broncos and the Bills, 33-30, and the Broncos advancing because of a bad call on the field. And the Bears-Rams, with the Rams advancing with the good call on the field.
And the Bears were beat down.
Yeah, the Bears were beat 20-17. The Seahawks 41, 49ers 6. That was a total collapse of the San Francisco 49ers. There was a total collapse over that. But they had multiple injuries, and my boy Brock Purdy, he was actually crying and getting a hug on the sideline. And
Oh,
that's not fake news. That's a real story. So,
poor baby.
yeah. So take your millions, go home for a few months. So,
Right.
So, well, there was some controversial calls. Broncos 33, Bills 30, and that was because of a no catch, turnover, catch, fumble, catch call. That's the best way of putting it. Basically, what happened was the Buffalo Bills player went up for the ball. He caught the ball. In the process of coming to the ground with the ball, the other player, well, he caught the ball too. And in baseball, the tie goes to the runner. But apparently in football, the tie doesn't go to the receiver. It goes to the offense. So I don't know. That was a very ugly call that resurfaced again last night. Let's see. What was the other? Well, we don't want to go over all this. So yeah, it was just an ugly call. And it was the interception that I think sealed the deal. Is this going to play? Because I have a hard time with this one. Is this the play? I don't understand this. You pass?
Well, he caught it, but he tackled him and he stole it.
Okay. So
he stole it.
So they both go, the wide receiver goes up for it. And as he's coming down, he makes contact on the ground. And he should have been down by contact. But as he was rolling over, he pulled it off of his stomach. So how was that not a safety as well? Because if he's down by contact, he's running into his own end zone.
But if you look, it's not that they were down. The other one just didn't hop back up. They were rolling.
Well, I know, but the Buffalo Bills caught the ball, but he took it off of his belly. So we'll visit this play again in a minute. So just remember this play. We'll come back to this.
Cricket.
So let's see what else happened. Do we have the Seahawks 49ers? We don't even discuss that game. That was
the owners paid off the refs.
Well, I mean, there was some talk of that over the weekend. 28-16, the Patriots over the Texans. That one wasn't real controversial. Let's see here. Where is the controversial one? Bears Rams. This was the one. So Caleb Williams, he's either a hero or a heel. I don't know which. How he makes this.
What the?
That was a great. Hold on, let me mute this. I'm supposed to be muted. So Caleb Williams runs like 25 yards backwards and then heaves a ball all the way to the end zone for a touchdown, tying it up, the field goal tied it up to bring it to overtime. A great pass, a true gunslinger like Brett Favre or Kenny Stabler. I'll give him that. But that didn't help him out because, let's just get to this play here. Do they show it? Yeah, this is the play. Let me mute this because it's going to start with audio. Mute. All right. So Caleb Williams throws, catches, but wait. He didn't catch it. The Rams caught it.
Wait. What?
Yes. All right. So Caleb Williams throws the ball. He's the quarterback for the Chicago Bears. He's back. He sets. He passes. And it was picked off by the Rams. There you go. That wasn't the play I wanted, though.
Oh, yeah, I guess he did catch it.
Yeah, he caught that one. What was the play?
But-
Where's the play I want? That wasn't the play. Where was the? Was it the? That was this game where it was the pick. Yeah. Or was it the Denver game? I don't know. I got confused because he also picked the ball, but I swear it was the same play. Was it the? What play am I thinking of, Chris? Have I lost my mind completely? Oh, what was it? I don't know. Maybe I have lost my mind completely. Shit.
I think somebody ought to take Bucky's and make him a mascot for a football team.
So, yeah, well, Sean McDermott, he got fired. I don't know where the other play is. We'll come back to it if I find it. But Sean McDermott, the coach for the Buffalo Bills after 9 seasons, has been fired. That was breaking news as we came up. So, Broncos, their quarterback, he is out. Bo Nix, he was injured on a no play, and that's right. The Bears pulled. I did see it, but it was somehow. I agree, Chris. It wasn't different. I want to see the two plays side by side, but anyhow, they have picked a quarterback out of retirement as their third string. DiNucci. I don't even know who he is. Ben DiNucci. He apparently went from selling insurance to now he's a backup quarterback for Denver. We'll see.
Why not?
So it certainly moved them to underdogs in the game against the Patriots. So that'll be an interesting game. We'll see. Of course, we have all the coaching carousel. The Atlanta Falcons, well, they found their guy, Kevin Stefanowski, so he was hired. And of course, the New York Giants have hired John Harbaugh. So that leaves the Cardinals, the Baltimore Ravens, the Buffalo Bills as of today, the Cleveland Browns, Las Vegas Raiders, and Miami Dolphins, and of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans. So those jobs are up if anybody wants to go apply for them. So Arctic blast, Brenda. It was cold. It was very cold.
I know.
Oh, well,
Cold
another Arctic blast is coming down. Thank you, Canada. Take your cold weather shit back. I don't want it. Keep your cold weather. I don't want it. So, yeah, it's ugly. So, Chris sent it to me. What is this the play, Chris? This is the one that was somewhat different. I thank you, Chris, because I couldn't find it. Oh, it's not a really good view of it. Let me mute it because this one's probably got cursing. Yeah, you see, so it was on his belly. He's caught. He should be down right there, but he's not. It was stolen from his hands. How is that play any different? I don't understand how that one's any different. He should be down right there. His knee is down. He had possession. He has control. And then the Bears rip it away. He's down. I mean, I really think he's down. But at any rate, I'm not an NFL official. But yeah, those two plays side by side, they are remarkably similar and remarkably different. So, yeah. Here, just probably cussing. So,
Like
but at any rate, Arctic cold front, Chris, you're going to be really cold. Negative 13 wind chills for today, Chris. And then 5 degrees Tuesday and Wednesday 18. Nashville 32, and it's going to get even colder. Snow is coming. The worst part of this, this is your bread, your milk warning. The worst part of this, though, is the ice. Now, snow is one thing, but the ice, there's just no getting away. The ice is bad. The ice is really bad. So this weekend, if we have a ice storm as predicted here in Georgia, in my neighborhood, I'll probably be without power for the weekend. So it'll be a nice cold weekend during the Arctic blast for the ice storm. So, yeah.
Right.
Trump's Labor Secretary. Have you heard about this, Brenda? She's in a bit of trouble.
No.
She's under investigation because supposedly she has alcohol stashed in her office and she drinks on the job. According to staff, they've been forced to find reasons to make her go on fake work trips. And so
well, she should have pinned that on Pelosi. She should have
drinks
said
during the
it was
workday.
Pelosi's desk.
Chavez-DeRemer, I don't know. She keeps a stash of alcohol in her office that she consumes during the workday, according to some of her underlings. And she took staff to a strip club in in Oregon called Angels. So Lori Chavez, apparently she used work trips for personal travel. There's rumors that she may also have fornicated as well in her office with not her husband. So she fits right in Washington. So she has sex and drinks in her office. All right.
I'm kind of curious who.
Goes to strip clubs. So there you go. So, Jesus Christ. Labor Secretary Lori Chavez. Apparently she drinks and gets it on in her office. Hey.
Oh my God.
Over the weekend, U.S. forces, we killed a terrorist leader that was tied to the death of 3 Americans. U.S. Central Command carried out an airstrike that killed an alleged Al-Qaeda terrorist, Bilal Hassan al-Azhar. Yeah, him. We offed him. Yes, we got him in Syria over the weekend in retaliation for the deaths of the 2 service members and their interpreter. Remember what our Department of War said. If you injure or harm an American, we will find you and we will kill you no matter where you are. So there you go. There is no safe place in the world for those who conduct, plot, or inspire attacks on American citizens or our warfinders. We will find you and we will kill you. Well, there you go. Over the weekend, an anti-Trump protester drew loud boos after interrupting the national anthem at an NBA game to yell, "Leave Greenland alone."
Oh, jeez.
Sparked a wave of boos. Others applauded, and at least one was heard yelling "F off" during the national anthem. So there you go.
That's nice people.
Yeah, well, I gave up on them after they had a moment of silence for the Minnesota victim. So her shooting person, but the lady that got shot. So Trump has a real insurrection on his hands in Minnesota. This is different than the J6 riot and needs to be treated like so, according to the Federalist. Left-wing militants are holding the city hostage and attempting to obstruct law enforcement on behalf of illegal aliens and criminal scammers who have culturally decimated the city. This is from the Federalist, and so I'm reading this from an opinion piece. Amid the rioting and destruction of vehicles and property of Immigration and Customs Enforcement and other law enforcement, a suspected Latino Kings gang member stole an M16A1 rifle with a suppressor from an FBI vehicle after they were forced to abandon the vehicle due to ensuing civil unrest. There's a clear, bright line between peaceful and lawless protesting. Stealing and damaging and destroying federal property that's not peaceful protesting. So these people have engaged in violence towards the federal government, and all evidence indicates that an insurrection is taking place in Minneapolis. So this one has real violence, real obstruction, and official proceedings, real consequences, and actual intent. So it's receiving institutional support from members of Congress, governors, mayors, possibly state and local police officials. It's unclear if those officers are simply being held hostage by their political leadership, as White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt suggested on Thursday. Minneapolis and other major cities have been overrun before. It is hard to trust that the tools currently at the disposal of law enforcement are enough to reestablish an order and punish the militants using violence to obstruct federal law enforcement. If law enforcement does not have the tools necessary, the question then is, what is taking so long? So how much worse does it have to get before the president steps in? So many people are calling for the president to enact the Insurrection Act. So,
I agree.
well, like I said, how much more? How much more are we going to take?
Well,
So-
there were still people like you that were saying, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Well, no,
So guess what's
no.
going to happen? It's going to get worse now before he finally pulls it.
Correct. I don't disagree with that. My disagreement with where is the line drawn? And I think over the weekend we've pretty much shown. We've
It should
put
have
up,
been
we've
invoked
put
with
up
that shit with
fences.
George Floyd, too.
Well, I don't argue that either. We've put up fences. We've had lines that are not to be crossed, and they're being crossed. And I think with that comes consequences. But, but on the same hand, I mean, we have this. This comes from the Western Journalist. Anti-ICE agitators harass a random man just for driving by because they thought he was an ICE agent. His vehicle was damaged. He was injured, and they believed that he was a federal agent. He was not. He was just merely driving through. So there's that. And then we have five white men eating lunch in Minnesota. Well, they were suddenly mistaken for ICE agents, and they surged in the restaurant. They destroyed personal property in the restaurant, and it was just five software engineers eating at Clancy's Deli. They were just there eating. They didn't have anything to do with it, and they came in, overtook the restaurant, started causing damage and mayhem, yelling, "Get out of our effing neighborhood." Okay, so these people weren't doing anything but eating lunch. So it's getting dangerous. Now,
it needed to be done before it got this far.
Well, but see, here's the thing. Where do you draw the line? And that's where
I'm going to tell you where we draw the line, Glenn. Us people in our right fucking minds don't do this shit. Okay? So they wouldn't have to invoke crap. If they do, they're doing it on their own people. These fucking people are mentally sick.
I understand your argument. I understand your argument, but we can't just go in and suddenly go, "You're mentally insane," and pull you out of society. We can't do that. You cannot legally do that. No, you cannot.
You mean to tell me that there is not a psychologist in the right fucking mind that's looking at these people right now going, "Man, I wish we had a big enough place to put these people. They need help."
But who makes the determination? That's the thing. You're just suddenly going to how are we not going to come and go? Brenda believes the earth is flat.
Looking in, and
Brenda believes the earth is flat. Her mind is not stable. We need to put her in a home.
Yeah, but
where do you draw the line?
Out there picking on human people that are just driving by and attacking their cars and burning things down and stealing the FBI's weapons. You don't see me doing that just because I believe the earth is flat, do you?
But you just said a key difference. Criminal intent. That's different than saying someone has a mental illness and taking them out of society. If they've committed a crime, yes, they can be taken out of society and prosecuted and punished. But you just cannot roam through
crimes.
Yes, they are. But what you're advocating for is taking a group of people and rounding them up and putting them in a mental institution. That's totally different than taking people out of society that have committed crimes. That's a different subject.
Don't live in really good conditions anyways. That would be
I'm not arguing with it. I'm not arguing with that. But you can't just go in and pull people out. That's illegal. That's illegal.
Not if the Insurrection Act is invoked. It's not illegal.
Yeah, I don't think that you can't just go in and say people are mentally ill, Brenda. You can't do that's the same as the other side. Brenda, that's the same as the other side saying that we're Nazis and we need to be rounded up and put into camps. It's the exact goddamn argument. You're just putting a different fucking name on it. That's all it is, Brenda.
Let's say I get so angry and I go out and everybody that came by me, I beat them up because they didn't believe the world was flat.
That
What do you
is a
think would
crime.
happen?
That
is a crime.
is a
But
crime.
that's what these people are doing.
If you're
I'm gonna
committing a
tell you,
crime,
there is 98% of these people are causing habits, stealing things, beating people up. They have been causing crimes.
yes, a crime is different than what your argument is.
So arrest them.
Crime is different than what you're arguing.
Figure out who's just doing this, because you know what? I'm going to tell you.
Well, it's pretty easy. They videotape themselves.
Well, that too. But there's one thing I learned from Nick Shirley. Okay. Some of the people that are out there doing this, they're just doing it to get along with the crowd. They don't even know what the hell they're doing it for.
Yes, that's called mob mentality.
Arrest them all and sort them out there. But they're leaving them on the streets, and somebody is going to get even. There are more people that are going to get seriously hurt if something is not done.
Yes, they are. I agree. But you can't just go pick somebody up because they fizzle.
Well, I'll tell you what, Glenn.
They disagree with you.
We'll just all step back. The military should step back. Let them all wipe each other out, and then just go clean up the mess when they're done. Is
there an extreme that you're not opposed to? You're opposed to either one side just saying let them destroy each other and kill them, and in the other extreme you go to is, all right, let's just go pull them out of society because we don't like them.
Okay,
you're not looking at any other thing else.
Let me tell you something else.
Tell me something.
Firemen and EMT people around there. So what if these people start attacking them, Glenn?
They are.
Of the ice station, okay? And what if one of them kills them? You're going to be upset, correct?
Yes, but that's a crime. That's different than just thinking about doing it.
What are they doing? What did they do to that poor guy that went by driving?
I understand. We got a story about it coming up. But that's a difference. That's a crime. You can stop that. You can stop criminals, but you can't stop somebody based on your opinion of their psychological stability. That you cannot do. You can't pull them out because they're black. You can't pull them out because they're white. You can't pull them out because they're Asian. You can't just go in grabbing people and pulling them out. That's illegal. It's unconstitutional.
Okay, hang on. So when they arrest somebody, like a serial killer, and then they send them for a psychological evaluation,
and they usually
say, "Oh, these people are crazy. They cannot be put to death."
Yes, there is that.
But then they let them out, and what do? They
go kill
right
more.
Back and kill more.
But
eliminate the middleman.
I agree with you. What about a few years ago, a crazy man stole an ambulance and backed over the paramedic that was in backloading the patient, killing her. There was no riots. There was no uprising.
Of course not.
And they went and said that he was mentally unstable. So they put him in a mental home. They didn't charge him with a crime. There was a large outpouring of EMS and fire people that were pissed about that, as well as they should have been.
Yeah.
But the problem, your argument is to just go grab people out. We can't do that.
I guess because I'm tired. I'm tired of all the crap that is going on. It's very tiring.
Our president needs to do something. He's looking weak on this subject. He's looking very weak on this subject.
Somebody needs to do something. Pam Bondi needs to get off of her ass.
Well, we got an article about that.
Get off his ass. They all need to get off their asses.
That's right. But like I said, it's a slippery slope and it's got to play out. So Chris says people are allowed to shake hands with imaginary people, speak languages at press conferences that don't exist on our planet, and tell stories about bad dudes from his childhood. Still no crime. No, the crime was the people behind the scenes with him.
Yes. The crime was number one. His wife should have never let him.
Should she be killed? So should we just shoot her in the head?
No, she should go to jail. And then
so she don't need to be shot in the head.
They couldn't take him out because, he's the one the earpiece fit. while Obama was in the basement telling him what to do.
More than
So
likely, yes.
that's why
But
they wouldn't do anything with Biden.
yeah, I don't disagree. But so should we just go pull Jill out and shoot her in the back of the head? Is that what you think needs to be
Might
done?
need it. I don't know. She could need it. Who
You
knows
go
what
to
the hell she's
extreme
done.
bonus. All right, so we're going to run out of time. You're bitching. Civil rights lawyer and former Minnesota NAACP president stage Operation Pull-Up at St. Paul Christian Church to harass worshipers in the pastor who they believe, it has not been proven, it believes that he works for ICE. Now, I don't understand how he could work for ICE when he's been a preacher there for a long time, but whatever. I don't know. Maybe he's colluded with them. Maybe he's listened to them when they've come to talk to him. I don't know. But then Don Lemon, remember him?
Mm-hmm.
He used to work for CNN. He filmed all this. And so basically what they did in Operation Pull-Up was they stormed a church and made a public relations event out of it by unfortunately not coming in and peaceably going in there and disturbing the congregation, yelling at and chasing the church members and totally interrupting their service. Now, my question is, first off, if we had, I want to say if this had been done in a Muslim, what do you call it? Mausoleum, mosque, whatever it is, their church, where would the line be drawn? So, see, I believe there's
It wouldn't have happened in their church.
No.
And if the cops came and didn't do anything about it, guess what? They would have handled it because they believe in off with your head.
I don't argue that. There's a double standard. So,
yes, us good Americans aren't allowed to do anything, but let all the crooked ones
do it.
That's a double
standard. I agree with you. There's a double standard. So yeah, apparently this group was also associated with, wait for it, DC. Washington, D.C., members from a D.C.-based organization. Wonder where they got the money to fly out there and meet up with Don Lemon and suddenly storm a church. Interesting questions. So they chased elderly Christians. I wouldn't say elderly Christians. They chased elderly people out into the snow, yelling at them. That's not peaceful protesting. So I'm not going to play it because
it's okay
you can
because they're not being criminals, so it's okay.
That is criminal. Is
it?
See? Yes, it is.
What did they hurt?
Well,
they disrupted a church service.
Well, destruction of private property, trespassing, unruly crowd. They did create crimes by doing that. Now, I do want to say this for anybody that's got any ideas about this. That's not going to play out well in the South. You might want to think again about doing that because you might get your ass shot in the South.
Oh yeah. They've already said it here. That happened, period.
Yeah, that you might not want to do that in the South. But here's the thing. Most times the Christians turn the other cheek. I don't think it's going to happen here in the South, but
not lately.
So
they know.
Anyhow, they are, as you said, our AG, Attorney General, she issued a stern warning. So there you go. There's the
what was her stern warning?
Well, the stern warning is they shouldn't have done that. So
you know what? That means just as much as the other one saying, don't come. Yeah,
if the state leaders refuse to act responsibly to prevent lawlessness, this Department of Justice will remain mobilized to prosecute federal crimes to ensure that the rule of law prevails. There's her stern warning. So she's telling Don Lemon, don't do it again. So I agree. The administration is looking weak on this, but and
they've let it go too
Don
far.
Lemon
You know what?
notice.
Chris says we don't want to become a shithole. Well, guess what? I
agree. But
the reason why I'm saying this though is you've got people in office right now that are fighting Trump, just like what you guys are saying over invoking the Insurrection Act. Okay, they're fighting him on it, just like you. Just like
I'm not fighting him on it.
Maybe No. We're going to live in a shithole. That's what this is going to end up being. And all of us who do right, pay our taxes, go to work, don't go out there and commit any crimes. We are going to be doing, number one, living in our homes, can't even walk out the front door, starving to death, or we're going to try to leave our homes and somebody's going to be out there and shoot us right in the damn head. That
Well,
is
it's
what's
coming.
going to happen.
It's
because
coming. It's
this
coming,
should
yeah.
have been stopped a month ago.
There needs to be something done. Correct. I don't argue that at all. It's a slippery slope as to when you go in and interject. But as you just said, they're already out there putting on people on notice. There's videos out there saying take names if you've seen them fly an American flag, or if they're a MAGA, or if they're a outspoken person like this show, get you on a list. And yes, we will be hunted. But I agree. The president is now looking weak. We've now let them cross too many red lines. But it's a slippery slope when you get to this point. So,
well, I don't give a shit about the slippery slope because that's years away. That is years away. If it even happens.
No. Once you
What
set a
I care
precedent,
about,
you get that gray area.
You know what, Glenn? If they do the right thing and do to these people what they need to do, people are going to think twice about it.
I don't disagree with you, but there is a process for it. So Chris says, I live by Chicago. I boarded up my front door and gave up leaving my house years ago. Hey, I'm in Atlanta. Welcome to the club, Chris.
Yeah, but Chris, are you living? You shouldn't have to live like that. We shouldn't have to live like that. That is ridiculous.
The problem is we do.
The Father gave us this planet for a reason, and it was to live our lives. What the hell are we doing right now? Why don't we all just move to Somalia? Why not? They're all here.
It's a shithole. We don't really want to. So.
Yeah, well, what do you think this is going to be? If this stuff doesn't fit.
Here's one of our congresswomen. She calls this the goddamn states, talking about Minnesota in a hearing on ICE. She said that this is the United Goddamn States. So she says she's an elected official. She took her oath on a Koran. So yeah. So over the weekend they put up fences. They set up lines. The police department in Minneapolis is at full strength, like 500 or 600. Well, they come out over the weekend and said they're 100 short since January. And it turns out that there's a little known law that's being abused in Minnesota, thanks to the governor there, that they can use, and 100 officers have went out on leave. They're getting paid and they're at home doing nothing. And I don't blame them one damn bit.
I don't either.
It's under a Family Medical Leave Act plan. They're taking mental health time. It's a true story. You can go research that one. But only then this headline reads, only government force can stop the Democrats from plunging America into darkness. Democrats have created the situation America finds itself in. Only a forceful crackdown on leftist anarchy will restore cultural stability. See, there you go. The cultural stability is what we're going to have to restore. So this article comes to us from the Federalist as well. It's an opinion piece, but it talks about how we are going to have to use force. This is basically the start of a civil war, basically. So, as this points out, it's not accidental. The Democrats, from local all the way up to the top, have called for this type of anarchy. And then we've allowed it to run rampant. I won't even get into the ideology. We've allowed it to run rampant because we either slap them on the wrist or we release them back out. So instead of any real punishment. So at some point in time, we're going to, as you said, either have to surrender or fight. But the question is, how do you fight? That's the problem, because you can't just pull the military out to have them shoot people on the street. Look at what they're doing in Iran. You can't just do that. So Yeah.
I say we can.
Well, I mean, in theory, you could, but that would be very illegal and immoral and probably all kinds of other.
And you don't think that civil war would be very illegal?
Oh, civil war will be very illegal, but we've already had that, and we will probably, that's what we're leaning towards. And unfortunately, it's really being done to protect elites. I mean,
and that's another thing.
You're trying to distract.
I think that these people need to go find the elites and say, hey, where's the money you promised that you were going to pay us for pulling all this shit?
Agreed. Oh yeah. So the military has already got 1,500 people on standby, according to leaked reports to the AP, for possible deployment to Minnesota. The Army's the 11th Airborne Division is preparing to deploy. They're based in Alaska, and they specialize in operating in Arctic conditions. I guess it's because it's so cold in Minnesota. Yeah, that's who's probably going to come in. Anybody that's listening that sees somebody with a Ranger patch on their shoulder, go up and just slap them in the face. They're just soldiers. They're pushovers. Go ahead. So see how that works out for you. So we talked about this with the Insurrection Act, 1,500 troops. We're going to run out of time. Let's see. National Guard extended through 2026. 2,000 troops still in D.C. Let's see. Where was this? U.S. Attorney Bill Esseley's perfect response to a Democrat representative who asked people report people to ICE. Representative Jimmy Gomez, that's a official representative in Congress, alert my office on heavy ICE presences. So he wants people to report them to him, and then he puts out the information. Well, a U.S. Attorney General said a friendly reminder that the public has a First Amendment right to call the number below and provide inaccurate information. It is unlawful to impede with federal agents, but there is no prohibition on impeding radical organizations working to harbor criminal illegal immigrants. In other words, he's saying, call the number and tell them that they're over here and get them running around in circles. I've seen that going around trending on social media. So talking about it being an insurrection, there's an official email that went out from officials. You can go read it. We're going to go over it, but it's sent out from Minneapolis administration to their employees, basically to rat out ICE and not cooperate with them. Nick Sordor, he was robbed and dragged through the streets. If you don't know who he is, you've had your head in a cave somewhere, but he is a popular YouTuber and I guess we'll just call him independent journalist. He had his camera stolen, his vest, he was beaten up, but apparently a top attorney is offering to give him a brand new expensive camera. So they grabbed him, drug him down the street, beat him up. They took his camera, they took his vest. So Mike Davis, whoever that is, some type of attorney. I don't know if he's an elected official or not, but he bought him 2 cameras. So he'll be back out there on the street. So good for him. Minnesota's National Guard are going to wear reflective yellow vests to differentiate themselves from ICE, according to the Minnesota governor, Tim Walz. If I was a soldier and I was told to wear a bright yellow vest, I would tell them to go F themselves. That's an unlawful order because that makes them a high visibility target. So
it's also unlawful and illegal for them to go against our federal agents too.
It is. So
I don't know what they're doing and why they're doing it and why their military commanders are allowing this.
Well, there it is. We haven't heard the official military. So far, the military's just been called to basically keep perimeters. So that's all they've been called to do. They haven't been called to do anything other than just keep perimeters and back up local law enforcement, not ICE. Local
home drinking beers on vacation.
So, the DOJ has revealed that no actions will be taken against the officer who shot Renee Good in Minneapolis. So
Good.
there'll be no actions taken, according to the DOJ. Yeah, we're out of time here. Minneapolis hotels have been forced to close after bomb threats because of the incoming federal agent swarm. And basically, legal people are saying there is no, quote, legal observer status that you can hide behind. You can be out there with your First Amendment, but there is no, quote, legal observer status. So you can't use that to say that you're out there. You're a criminal obstructionist. You're not a legal observer. There's a see, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. The legal terminology. We didn't get it even into us taking over Greenland. We're going to take over Greenland. Trump sent out a message that says we're going to take over.
You can always let the radio go, and we can finish the rest of this with.
Well, I'm allowed to run over on the radio. Yeah, they said I could run over on the radio, but I don't want to abuse it. But
right.
At any rate, so yeah, we Trump went over overboard over the weekend because he got a text from. Hold on, let's back up here. He got a text from. Let's see. Dear Donald, on the contact across the Atlantic on Greenland, Gaza, Ukraine, in your tariff announcements yesterday, you know our position on these issues, but we believe we should all work to take this down and de-escalate. So much is happening around us where we need to stand together. We are proposing a call with you later today, which is Monday, with both of us or all of us, separately or together, and give us a hint on what you prefer. From Alex. Well, that's Alexander Stubb, which was the president of Finland. Well, that set Trump off. And dear Jonas, considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars, plus I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace, although it will always be predominant. But now think about what is good and prosper for the United States. Denmark cannot protect that land from Russia or China. And why do they have a right of ownership anyways? There is no written documents. It's only about land, a boat that landed hundreds of years ago. But we had boats there also. I've done more for NATO than any other person since its founding, and now NATO should do something for the United States. The world is not secure unless we have complete and total control of Greenland. Thank you, President DJT. So, yeah, he snapped and put that out there on social media.
Well, I'm going to have to go take all of his awards away from him until he does something about this mess. Then he can have them all back.
Yeah, so basically all of us need to go get a trophy and mail it to Washington. So yeah, I don't understand why that Nobel snub just is under his crawl because he didn't get a peace prize. So locals in Greenland are tired of Trump's method and they have taken to the street to protest. Unlike our protests here, they are peaceful. They carry signs, sing songs, wave their flag.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, they're peaceful. So
that is
Trump
peaceful.
Has refused to rule out an invasion. And European nations are scrambling to avoid a NATO collapse. And by the way, we talked about they sent troops there. All total, it was over 34, I think, was the total. One of the militaries couldn't even send their aircraft there. They had to commercially fly them in because their planes aren't built to work in those elements. They can't work in the Antarctic. One of the countries, I'm not sure which one, so I don't want to be misquoted. I want to say Germany, but their planes couldn't even land on the runway. They had to send them in commercial through commercial aviation. They couldn't send them in with
Germany. Germany gets snow too, so
I'm not sure which country, so I don't want to misquote, but yeah, they couldn't even send them in. They had to come in via United or Delta or whoever the hell goes over there. So, and then we have the White House now calling for Nobel recognition of Trump and says he deserves a peace prize. we need to stop this bullshit over a piece of goddamn gold that says you've been a Nobel Prize recipient. Just get over it already, for God's sakes.
Good work, Don.
That one. We talked about this one. Leftist group are already raising funds to unseat Fetterman. 3 years before he's up for re-election. So they're already out there trying to kick out Fetterman. So they're going to primary him. So there you go.
Not Fetterman. Chris, Andy's watching.
All right, there you go. Abigail Spanberger. Well, she's the first female governor of Virginia. Breaking centuries of male leadership. She wore white for women's suffrage when she was sworn in over the weekend. She was sworn in on a Bible, whereas her lieutenant governor was sworn in on a Quran. There you go. They have immediately reversed high-profile immigration enforcement policy that was established by the Republican governor. With the swipe of a pen, it was all done away, and no one the state is allowed to work with ICE, according to Richmond. So therefore, it made the whole state, the Commonwealth of Virginia, a sanctuary state. And before the outgoing governor left, he said, mark my words, Virginians will be robbed, raped, and murdered as a result of this anti-public safety executive order. You were warned. So they also unleashed a bunch of legislation. This one talks about farms and small businesses tax 10%. This one is corporate welfare tax, even taxing SNAP, Medicaid, Medicare benefits. These are all already being proposed. They're in the House for Tuesday morning. Sales taxes will raise across the Commonwealth. They put in a new tax for retail deliveries. In other words, if you order Amazon, Uber Eats, FedEx, UPS, or Flowers in DC or in Northern Virginia, there's now going to be a 10% tax on that. They're going to raise the hotel taxes for tourists coming in that want to visit DC, Maryland, Virginia. This is Virginia we're talking about. And, well, there's going to be a tax on investments, up to 4% on your investment monies. So they immediately went right after paying the bills, paying them. They immediately went after taxes. Up to 4% taxes raised per county statewide for education. So far I'm up to like 12% taxes increases. So all this is going to be brought in on Tuesday when they come into office. So yeah, first thing, all these taxes, you can look them up. So yeah. They go all in on the Somalia daycare fraud, introducing home-based child care provider startup grants. Or here's some free money. Yep, free money. Virginia is about to be the next state to fall. So if you work overtime to better yourself, your kids, or whatever, they're raising overtime taxes. So they're passing laws that will ban expelling students for certain things, mandating the hiring of more bureaucrats in every public school, and have public schools send parent messages about safely securing firearms and taking questionnaires about firearms in the homes. $500 tax on the sale of firearm suppressors. Now, that one's not a big deal. An assault weapons ban, a standard magazine bill. Yeah, Virginia's hitting the ground running Tuesday.
Oh, my God.
They were well prepared. A retail tax of 11% on all firearms and ammunitions in Virginia. So, yeah. So,
wow. You want to talk about walking all over your Second Amendment.
Oh yeah, you can I'm probably only a third away through this list of things. Prohibiting counting machines for ballots. Oh
my God.
I mean, yeah,
make it stop.
They were ready for her to take the oath. They were ready and foaming at the mouth. So Virginia will be the next one. She will be the next Tim Walz. Maryland, Maryland. They're passing an Icebreaker Act, which is if you've ever worked for a federal law enforcement agency, you cannot work in law enforcement in the state of Maryland. In other words, if you decide that you were an FBI agent and you want to be a Maryland highway patrolman, you will be banned from working in state, local, or federal or state or local law enforcement because you've worked for ICE. It's called the ICE.
For God's sakes, you gotta be kidding.
Yep. So yeah, that's being passed in Maryland. So
yeah, and Maryland's brainwashing Andy too. So good Lord Almighty, you have got to be joking.
Trump administration is facing backlash over the use of white supremacist imagery. And I'm not going to go into this, but they show pictures of a man on a horseback, and apparently he's some kind of DHS officer. And the slogan is, "We'll have our home again." Well, that's apparently racist and white supremacist. Then the Department of Labor also got in trouble because, well, they proclaimed one homeland, one people, one heritage. And apparently that's a Nazi era logo.
Okay,
so,
you better find some weather, because this is pissing me off. And if you don't want me to throw my microphone, you don't want me to throw my microphone through my computer screen.
Well, it gets better.
It better get better. It better get better.
Niera Tandon. Do you know who Niera Tandon is?
I have no idea.
No, she used to be a political think tank and advisor for the Biden administration.
Oh, well.
And she saw this video. She saw this video, which is it's a Viking in a bathtub rolling down the street being chased by ICE agents. And she went on a tirade. Now, Brenda, does that video upset you?
No, actually, that one's kind of funny.
So do you think, Brenda, this
bathtub going downhill?
Do you think this is real?
No.
Do you think this is real?
No.
So you say this is AI, and it is AI. So, but apparently she didn't know that, and she went to X to go completely.
Oh God, she's an idiot.
50 years from now, people will look at this video and recognize our government has gone mad.
Look, I'm about as dumb as they come when we do our trivia. I know that's not real.
Yeah. So
you got to be joking, right?
Nebraska woman gets a surprise visit from the Secret Service over a Carolyn Levitt tweet. Jamie Bonkowitz, a Nebraska advocate, gets a Secret Service visit after trolling White House Press Secretary Carolyn Levitt, leading questions of freedom of speech or a government overreach. Was she a provocateur, or was she using her freedom of speech? So the Secret Service visited her. I didn't have time to pull up her original, but apparently she was just trolling Carolyn Levitt. So yeah, this guy, do you know who this guy is, Brenda? It's California Representative Senator Scott Wiener.
What is he doing? What is he wearing?
I don't know what he's wearing, Brenda. It's certainly not normal attire. It looks like a leather strap tie and a vest. And luckily, the picture stops at his nipple line, because I'm guessing he probably doesn't wear pants. But he went online to attack the Department of Agriculture and the Kennedy administration, the Make America Healthy administration, because they posted this: kids deserve real nutrition. And it's a white child with red hair drinking a cup of milk. And his reply was, the level of creepy in this regime is next level. What's creepy about a kid drinking milk?
Nothing. There's nothing creepy about a kid drinking
milk. He thought
milk.
that was very creepy. He got trolled. Is the kid being clothed what you find creepy? You calling someone else creepy is like Casey Anthony calling someone else a bad parent. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
yeah.
I can't.
Yep. Pierce Morgan. Do you know who he is, Brenda?
Yes, I know who he is.
Well, he blames Trump for his broken hip. He's been hospitalized and he's blaming Trump for the accident.
Why is that?
From the British broadcaster, breaking news, I tripped on a small step in a London hotel restaurant, fractured femur so badly I need a new hip. I'm recovering in the hospital, then crutches for 6 weeks. No long haul for 12 weeks. New Year's is off to a cracking start. I blame Donald Trump. So
he blames Donald Trump because he cannot walk correctly.
I think he's just making a joke, but of course that made all the news today. So there you go. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, he alleges that Kamala Harris, her staff questioned if he was an Israel agent, and that's why he was overlooked for vetting for the Veep in 2024.
Oh, did he say no?
I guess he said no. I don't know. Dolly Parton, we've talked about her. She turned 80 today. Happy birthday, Dolly. She's 80 years old today. Dolly Parton in Sevierville, Tennessee, Nashville. Happy birthday. Secret aircraft caught on video over the weekend. The Dorito ship, the Dorito plane, whatever, has been captured on film for the first time, and everybody's wondering what it is. It is the new secret F-47. So that was trip over the weekend. Let's see. Greenland. Trump admits that he may have been misinformed over European Trumps in the terror. I don't know. I'm not even gonna right now. I'm gonna skip that. He's gonna 100% follow through on the okay. So pretty much that's it. We're gonna get out of here because we have run over about 17 minutes.
Oh well.
Catch me tomorrow from noon till 2. I will be on the Thin Line Rock Station, www.thethinlinerockstation.com. You can catch me there playing music and, well, just causing general chaos and mayhem. Brenda and I will be back tomorrow unless she tries to kill me because she thinks there's something wrong with me and put me away because I'm mental. We will be back tomorrow.
You've got a wife to do that. I don't have to take care of that.
There is that. So we will be back tomorrow 2 to 4, spreading our good news and cheer. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. We ran over on WZQR, so they got cut off. And
here comes our new song.
Everybody on Radio Australia, Dare Talk Radio. Where else? I don't know. We're all over the world. Thank you.
Oh, I wanted to show Putin to Denise.
Well, we ain't got time, so sorry. Get over it, Brenda. Everybody, come check us out tomorrow, 2 to 4. Thank you for tuning in. Everybody have a great day. We're going out of here playing our new song. Thank you to Monster Mike for the new song. Everybody have a great day. I got to get some lunch. Brenda's pissed me off. I'm hungry. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
Wake up to the chaos on the stream. Sportcat's on the mic with a wild-eyed dream. Brenda by his side, they're spinning the news. Twisted takes, crazy jokes, no bunker, just views. A quiz in history, weather on the scroll from Greenland to the galaxy. They've got every goal. Laugh at fear, let the world do its thing. Sportcat's Gazette, it's the chaos we sing. Sportcat's Gazette, don't bunker tonight. We're riding the headlines with laughter and light. No prepping for doom, we dance in the fray. Sportcat keeps us laughing through the end of the day. NASA aborts, politics explode. The daily quiz keeps us in code. Sasquatch, aliens, sports and lore. Every show's an adventure, never a bore. Waves to Brenda's grin and Sportcat. been